Hello, welcome to Kate's Egg. We're now in the pickup driving to relocate our raccoon.
The masked bandit.
As Dad puts it, the masked bandit. This is the field right now, and our last winter wheat field. My Uncle Chris just picked up his header and set it back down because there was a huge rock I saw in his wheat swath. We've got our grain cart following behind in the mirror because he doesn't know when we are going to fill up. My dad programmed these buttons for me, so when I come to the end of a row, I don't have to press and hold this button to lift my header up. I just press button number 1, like that. It lifts the header up. I make my turn without running into this person's wheat. And then I line up to my wheat row, press button number 2 to set it down, and then go into the wheat swath. I'm going 2 miles an hour, and my return auger is maxed out. I mean, it would be plugged if it was any more. Yes, it's a half row, but I think it is going the wrong direction.
There's another hawk feather off to my right here in the swath you're about to get, Kate.
Thank you.
Is that a little piece of swath you're just passing by, Kate, in the middle there?
Yes.
What was that?
Yes, it is.
So is the one to your right going the right direction or not?
Say that again?
The big swath to your right, is that going the right direction?
Yes, the big swath is. The one that only goes halfway, that's also a half swath, is not. I don't think. So I don't see the hawk feather. Oh my goodness, I do see it.
And that one's got to be going the right direction.
Now I'm turning my combine back on. So here's the feather. It was very cool and really exciting. I actually have quite a few hawk feathers now this harvest, and I've been setting them in my little glove compartment of my combine. Got a pretty decent sized hill coming up. Now I am getting a little bit full with grain, so I think I will be dumping in the grain cart soon. Our grain cart driver is just kind of lining up with me because I am going to unload right after we go through this little dip here. Now you can only pick up wheat swaths going one direction. The swather will do passes either back and forth or all the way around the field. And you pick your wheat swath up with the heads laying towards you. So that means the head of the wheat, which holds the grain kernels, and it kind of looks fluffy when you look at it in the field. That goes into your combine first, and then the bottom and stem of the wheat go in last. If you try and pick it up with the stem of the wheat first, it will hardly go into the combine. The heads of wheat connect, so if you pick them up at the head, it will all kind of flow in and just lay into your combine. But the stems don't, so it makes it a lot more challenging and not ideal to pick it up with the stems going in first. So that's why we had certain directions with swaths and make sure we are going the correct way in them so that we can pick up all of the wheat in that swath. I am making my turn right now. It's a beautiful day out today. We have gorgeous blue skies, which is wonderful because there's been a lot of smoke lately, and I'm just really happy that we don't have that anymore. Our grain cart driver is lining up with me right now. Combines actually aren't too close anymore. We've got Uncle Chris pretty far ahead and Austin's pretty far behind. I am the second person to unload in the grain cart, so the third is always the hardest. It fills up, so you really have to work the cart. Go forward, backwards. The cart driver will drive the same speed. It looks like my grain tank is almost empty, so when it gets to about this point, I'll press my button on my handle, shut it off, and then once the grain is fully dropped out, I put my auger back, and our grain cart driver will turn around and go in, dump Austin, and then head back to the trucks where he will unload. So after 3 combine dumps, the grain cart is pretty much full and he has to unload in the semi. Our grain cart driver just radioed and said there's a coyote off to the left. Oh, I think I see it way off. Kind of see it walking away. My dad was just telling me on the radio to be careful of this because it is pretty So what I do is I move my lever forward a bit, let some of it come in, and then slow down and just let it process that little bit. Otherwise, I would plug my combine up. Every time I do that, you hear the rotor stumble, so there's definitely a lot of wheat there. It looks like there's still that little half kind of row off to the left. I don't know if we should get that now or...
We'll pick it up next time, Kate. We'll just keep the combines together. I'll run over and grab it next time.
Okay, thank you. 2 antelope running through the field. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. I'm putting the combine in 3rd gear now, turning my flashers on, and I'm going to start roading the combine. It looks like the fire got put out. We had some neighbors stop by at dinner and let us know that, so that's really great. Fires are never good, and it seems like we've had a lot of them this year, more than I've ever seen. I'm going 21 miles an hour on this gravel road. So we are completely done with pickup headers for our 2021 harvest. Oh no, we've got a corner coming up.
There's the other field of spring wheat, Kate, where you broke your wheel off.
So this is the other field of spring wheat we have. We have 2 fields that make up the 300 acres, and my dad was just saying, Kate, this is the field you broke your wheel off. Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. And we were actually straight cutting spring wheat 2 years ago. So now this field came back up for crop rotation. It has some coulees in it, so I was kind of cleaning up a section along the coulees, and yeah, my wheel fell off. So if you'd like to hear the full story, you should watch my Dad Sold My Combine video, because that's the combine that the wheel broke off in, and I tell you the story of my 9610 and I. We basically run all John Deere equipment. We love our John Deeres. My family has been running John Deere equipment since the beginning. Ooh, I almost drove off the road there. Doesn't look like there's anyone coming, so I'll go ahead and make my turn. We are on the highway now. Oh, we've got a semi-truck coming. I've got to pull off the road here. I always love waving at the semi-trucks and people going down the road. It's really fun. And I don't know really any of them, but I always wave because it just brightens your day. And it probably brightens their day too. I think my dad's combine goes a bit slower than mine. I'm suspecting it goes about 1/10 of a mile an hour slower. So my combine, I think, is the fastest combine on the farm, which is pretty exciting. We've got another mile on the highway to go.
Anybody behind you, Kate?
No. The sun's in my eyes, but I don't see anyone behind me. We won't start cutting the spring wheat tonight. We will just put the big headers on. This harvest has been absolutely wonderful, and I'm so happy I've been able to film the process to educate you a little bit more about how your food ends up eventually on your table. Oh, and there is another vehicle right here. I'm pretty close to my dad right now, which is not good. I did not see that one coming, but the other one was our neighbor Dave, so if you're watching this, hello! I'd also like to say hello to Jens Tuft and his family in Denmark. They're very good friends with my family and my grandpa, and he actually came to harvest a couple of years with us, so that's just awesome. So hello, if you're watching this. And they're just the nicest people. Oh my gosh, a baby pheasant! Oh, a baby pheasant! Aww, that was adorable! I was waving at Dean. He's in our service truck.
What's your outlook on snakes, Kate?
What's my outlook on snakes? Not too good.
There was a baby gardener snake about 2.5 to 3 inches long over by the bins.
Oh wow, really?
I got a picture of him if you want to see it.
Gardener snakes are a lot better than rattlesnakes, though.
He was so small he couldn't have bit you even if he wanted to.
Alright, now I'm going to line the combine up.
Pull up on my right, Kate, so when we blow these, it'll blow the dust away from it.
Now we have to blow out the combines and clean them really well for when we go into spring wheat.
Dean, if you could bring that around to the east side.
Turn my hazards off because I almost forgot
Let that
again.
work for you, Mark?
The header's on the ground. My dad is now blowing off the combine. He's blowing off the header part, this right here. It's really critical that we clean the combines very well before moving crops. My dad just dropped the pickup header. The combines look really weird without their headers, and they feel like you're going to just topple over. Once the wheat comes through this part of the header, this is what it goes into. And if you can see up there, there's the little shaker parts that get the grain kernels out. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed the last day of winter wheat harvest 2021. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more videos to learn about how your food gets to your table. Also follow Kate's Egg on Instagram, KATES_AG, and on Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, everywhere else. You can visit the Kate's Egg website, KATESAG.com, and purchase a Kate's Egg tote bag, which is made in the USA from 100% cotton. And the design of it was actually a picture of winter wheat in swaths that I took and added some color to. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!